We've got a lot of college basketball talk coming at you tonight, including some discussion on the best player in the country, a heartwarming story from the NBA, and a nice stop-and-go finish off the glass as our play of the week, all coming at you in the Roundtable.
Live from Studio A, this is the Roundtable. Underwriting for the Roundtable is brought to you by Sprouts Farmers Market, New York Pizza and Pasta, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, located in Adams Residence Hall.
Welcome to the Roundtable, another Friday edition of the latest and greatest sports show here at the campus of the University of Oklahoma. It's Jersey Day, as you can see. I got a little Carmelo Anthony swag going on. We're going to introduce the panel and start with Brett Coppenbarger, who's got a little LeBron James jersey action going.
Yes, if you caught any of that Thunder Heat game last night, then you know why I'm wearing this King James jersey.
And then Mason Prince, who has got a little Boston hometown swagger going.
I mean, you know, I got to wear my Bruins jersey today. I wasn't allowed to wear my Red Sox jersey, so that's why I'm wearing this one.
Throw it over to Matt McCullock, who's got a little Texas Rangers gear.
That's right. Tonight's ensemble is brought to you by one of the greatest Texas Rangers of all time. Number 10 your programs, number 1 your hearts. Michael Young, baby. That's what's up.
And then filling in for Becca Slaughter is Kate Sandoval with a little Oklahoma gear on.
Boomer! My microphone.
Well, before we jump into things, we're going to take a look back at last week and issue out some points with some things that some of the panel said. And first off is Brett Coppenbarger. See what he said last week.
I'm pumped for the slam dunk contest for this reason. 3 NBA All-Stars are actually participating in it this year. And I'm going to go with John Wall's going to win the dunk contest.
You can see John Wall winning it there, so we're going to give Brett Coppenbarger a point to start off early in the game just from last week. Mason Prince had a little thing to say last week that wasn't quite right, and let's take a look at it.
I don't think so. No.
The USA just swept slopestyle snowboarding, the event Shaun White pulled out of.
And just because of that, Mason Prince didn't know what event it was. It was not slopestyle snowboarding, so Mason is deducted a point there. We're taking 1 point off for Mason. And then we got 3 more. Matt, Mason, and Brett all had a little thing to say about the last team that would be undefeated in the regular season in college basketball. Take a look.
Go ahead and say that both will be undefeated at the end of this season.
Wichita State will be the last undefeated team.
You know what, Brett? You were absolutely right, and I'm going to tell you why.
So take a point away from Matt McCullock, give a point to Mason and Brett, and we're starting things off early here. But let's jump right back into things for this week.
Hitters brought to you by Raising Cane's.
First off, Syracuse with a loss on Wednesday night to the Boston College Golden Eagles. That leaves 1 unbeaten team left in college basketball, as we just mentioned. Guys, the topic, is it good to lose a game in the regular season? Brett.
Well, let me start off by saying that in this loss to Boston College, it was their 4th one-possession game in their last 7, and Syracuse's most efficient player, C.J. Fair, missed 16 of his 23 shots. So therefore, you can't win a game like that. And Boston College, they had 19 losses coming into this game, and that is actually the most losses by a team that's gone in and defeated the number 1 ranked team in the nation. So I guess you can say it's good to lose in the regular season to fix things, but I hate justifying losing.
I mean, you're right. It's never good to lose a game, but if you're going to lose one into the regular season is probably the best one to do it. I mean, if you're Syracuse, you have about 3 games left until the ACC tournament. You're playing really well right now. You're going to be okay. I don't think you're going to worry about this too much. I still think they have the best shot to win the ACC tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. They shouldn't really be freaking out right now. The thing that does hurt, like you said, they didn't really play that well. They were outscored 33-6 from three-point land. That's not good. So a loss, like you said, is never good. You can't really, whatever. But I just think that it's a good thing, maybe an eye-opener for this team to work out those kinks going into March.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to lose in sports, but this is an example of when it's actually okay. You know, there isn't a trophy in the regular season for how you play. It's all about the tourney. And I think Coach Boeheim is going to use this, turn the team around, keep them motivated, and let them know that, that keep their eyes on the prize. And you know what? Hey, Orange, have no shame. It's cool to be a loser.
Let's give the point to Brett Coppenbarger, starting things off strong and continuing with the roll, throwing out all kinds of stats.
I'm on a roll, baby. I'm on a roll.
Let's keep it going here. Creighton's Doug McDermott jumped to 11th on the all-time college basketball scoring list this week, passing one of the all-time legends in Larry Bird. Mason Prince, is he the best player in the country?
He's not the best player in the country. He's the best player in the country that no one's talking about. It's not easy to score as much as he does, but I mean, when you're the highest scorer on your team, the next highest scorer scores 11 points per game, guys. I mean, come on. He's not playing on a team that's full of all-stars. He's carrying the weight for most of his team, and that's why he's got most of the points, and I don't think he's the best player in basketball. I think that's reserved for Jabari Parker and Andrew Wiggins.
Wow. No, I got to say, yeah, he's absolutely the best player in the league right now. Deciding the number one player is very difficult, but whenever you have a guy that's so consistent like him, he's shooting 44% from three-point land this year. This is his fourth straight season of shooting 40% or more. So he's done it every year he's been at Creighton. I mean, I feel like, yeah, he's got to be the best. But it's kind of hard, like you said, Jabari Parker, okay, all these guys. But to have somebody that consistent each year and putting up the amount of points that he's putting up for this team, yeah he's absolutely the best player.
I completely agree. I think he is the best player in this league. He's not close to the next Larry Bird, but, I mean, this 6'8" phenomenon is shooting, like Matt said, 44% from downtown. That's incredible. He's averaging over 26 points a game. I think
you
he's
can't
amazing.
hate greatness. Come on.
No,
Come on.
Okay, he's not the best player, but McDermott is the best scorer. I mean, he can score at will. He'll be an NBA lottery pick, but his athleticism still in question. This last summer, himself and Marcus Smart were the only two college kids invited to go to the USA basketball minicamp, so they got to play against pros like John Wall, like we mentioned earlier, Paul George. So I think he flourished with that experience, and he's in the perfect system at Creighton with his dad being the head coach.
Well, you know, Jimmer Fredette was a good scorer at BYU, too. So
yeah, he's not really going to say that.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Hey, Jimmer Fredette or Doug McDermott, they can carry their teams in March, and that's why I'm going to agree with Matt McCullock here. Yeah. So I like Doug McDermott. I think he's one of the best in the country, if not the best. And I think Matt just beat Kate to a few stats, sadly. Moving on a little closer to Norman, Oklahoma, after a big Bedlam win last Saturday, the OU men's basketball team returns home for a matchup against Kansas State tomorrow. We're hitting the stretch run of the final season, guys. How important is this game and who wins? McCulloch.
Oh, wow. It is so important. You know, as the regular season is starting to wind down, OU has been so inconsistent as of late. They've won 2 of their last 5 games, which needs to change. And so I think this win, or getting a win on Saturday, is really going to be a big momentum swing for this team going into the Big 12 tournament, going into March. They're both 8-5 right now, both 3 games back, so they're tied for 3rd with Iowa State. I'm just saying it's a big win. It's going to help solidify and kind of push them up the rankings in the Big 12.
Okay,
huge.
Well, I don't want to be an echo, but here we go. This game is so
all your stats.
important. Oklahoma is in a 3-way tie for 3rd in the Big 12 right now. They're tied with Iowa State and Kansas State.
Yep.
So if they can win this game, then they push ahead in the conference. That's
Absolutely.
Great. Plus, it's kind of a big deal to win this game because OU basically gave Kansas State the win last time when they played in January. Kansas State went on a 17-5 run in the last 5 minutes to beat OU. So, I mean, they got to come back and win this game to make a statement.
Yep.
Yes.
I agree.
This game is very important, and I'll tell you why. And that is because they have a quick turnaround right after this game against Kansas State and have to go to Allen Fieldhouse and take on the Kansas Jayhawks. We know that won't be easy. Very hard to play up in Lawrence. You know, last time we took on K-State, Cam Clark went 1 for 9. He's going to have to play better. But I will say, Wednesday night, I was in the Lloyd Noble Center, right in my recap of the women's game, and Cam Clark came in afterwards and was putting up shots. Ooh. So late night shots for Cam. Hopefully that pays off.
I mean, it's a big game for OU basketball, not only for the regular season, but going into the Big 12 tournament. This should put them, if they win these next couple games, that'll put them at the number 2 overall seed or number 3 heading into the tournament. That's huge for them. They haven't been that high in I don't remember how long, and that's the most important stat for me, is them going into the tournament with a higher seed and, you know, OSU stanking up the bottom. So that's
I'm going to agree with Mason Prince here. I like the fact that he's already looking ahead to March because it almost is March. We're almost a week away. So Mason Prince with the point there. Let's finish things up here in segment 1. Switching from basketball to the Daytona 500. It'll be run on Sunday. Austin Dillon has the pole. Kate, what are you looking forward to from this race, and who is the favorite to win?
It is going to be a great day for NASCAR fans when pole sitter Austin Dillon takes his 3-car back onto the famed Daytona Raceway. It's been 13 years since the late, great Dale Earnhardt passed away at the track back in 2001, and it's going to be an epic moment when the black GM Goodwin Chevrolet comes up on the last turn, passes Jeff Gordon, and grabs the checkered flag.
Why do you think Jeff Gordon? Why do you think he's got to be up there?
Kate, I definitely agree with you. Austin Dillon is the person to watch. I don't know how much of the Daytona 500 I'll be catching because the Thunder Clippers play on Sunday afternoon, but I will say that I'll be cheering for Brad Keselowski because he is my favorite NASCAR driver. He knows how to have a good time, clearly.
You love that car, huh?
And, watch out for Carl Edwards. He's saying this is the fastest car he's ever driven. And Danica Patrick's always a story because she's really not that great.
Can I just tell you, Brett, I think we've been on the same page the past couple weeks. I mean, are we having a connection here? Because you're absolutely right. It's Brad Keselowski.
Oh,
that's
cute.
the guy to watch.
That's cute.
I'm like you. I'm not going to be watching the race. I'm going to be watching the Thunder and Clippers game. But if I'm going to watch someone, it's going to be Brad Keselowski, favorite guy. He was 4th last year in the Daytona 500. Watch him.
You guys are crazy. You're not going to be watching this? I mean, these
Drive
guys are going to be
fast, turn
going.
left. Hello.
It's incredible. These guys are going to go over 200 miles an hour, honestly. All right. Austin Dillon, that's great. Driving number 3, that's awesome. Young guy, had such good success. So be sure to watch for him. But I think the sleeper, I think the guy that's going to win this, Carl Edwards, 100%.
I'm giving the point to Kate Sandoval. Austin Dillon's too big of a story to bypass. Kate Sandoval with the point. And with that, we head to our first break. When we get back, some piece of history knocked down over in Georgia. We'll discuss what and where. Welcome back to the round table. Before we get back to things, let's recap some scores. Brett Coppenbarger in the lead as of right now with 3 points. Mason Prince with 1. Matt McCullock with 0. And Kate Sandoval sitting there with 1. Getting back into things.
Bandwagon, brought to you by New York.
The iconic Eisenhower Tree at Augusta National Golf Club is no more. It was damaged in last week's snowstorm. This thing has been there for years, guys. What should they put in its place to pay tribute, Brett?
First off, the story of this tree is really amazing. Former President Eisenhower, I guess, would hit this tree all the time when he played at Augusta and he tried to get it removed. But it really speaks volume of how important this tree is that, a president of the United States can't even have it removed. Kind of reminds me of when the tree on Toomer's Corner for Auburn, it was filled with pesticides from the Alabama fan. But I say they replace the tree with a massive ball pit that the winner of the Masters can jump in and celebrate afterwards.
That's a good idea. How about replacing a tree with another tree? I mean, it's a tree. I don't really care. I mean, if you look at the tree, it doesn't look anything special. It looks like any other tree you've ever seen. I mean, it's not like the tree on Toomer's Corner. I mean, it's just a tree. You think you plant a new one. It's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, the history is great for this tree, honestly. But like Mason said, plant a tree just plant another tree there, honestly. Yeah. Don't do anything. I mean, start a new chapter. So it's going to be some cool, maybe. I don't know. You're right.
The Eisenhower Tree, a loblolly pine, will probably be replaced by, maybe a windmill or an enormous clown head or maybe a miniature scale of downtown LA being rocked by an earthquake. No, just kidding. The guys at Augusta are all about keeping it traditional.
She did.
So I think they'll probably end up planting another tree, and that's fine.
Shocker.
Here's a free tip. Plant another loblolly.
We're giving the point to Brett Coppenbarger, so he's got a widening the gap with 4 points now. I like the idea, Brett. A little ball pit there.
Who doesn't have fun in a ball pit? Never had a bad time.
Moving on. A heartwarming story in the NBA. The Philadelphia 76ers signed Bensalem High School senior Kevin Groh to a ceremonial 2-day contract. He has Down syndrome and is the manager for his high school team. Mason, your thoughts?
I mean, this is great. I love the way this makes me feel. In fact, it makes me feel some type of way, as Matt McCullock would say. I'll give you some credit right there. But I mean, it's great to see. I love seeing the 76ers do this kind of thing. It just makes me feel really good.
Absolutely. I can't agree with you more. This is what we love about sports. This is one of those sports moments that makes you feel really good inside, honestly. I mean, and how great of the 76ers to go and do that for this kid. What an experience he got to do. He got his own jersey, like we're wearing today, and he got to hang out with the team during warm-ups.
Yeah, well,
Awesome.
You guys, I think it's bull crap. A 2-day ceremonial deal. Are you serious? On Saturday when this guy played, he hit 4 threes in the last 2 minutes. Give this guy a real deal. Are you serious?
Oh, okay. Yes. I
Give him
like
a
it.
real deal.
I like that.
I definitely agree with that, Kate. 76ers need some help, and they need help quick. But this is an awesome story. Yeah. It really is. The videos I saw, the players looked very, very sincere.
The new Allen
We need to
Iverson.
see more of this in professional sports, definitely.
I got to give this one to Kate. That's not
I like that.
Oh my gosh, Matt!
I love it though. Let's give the kid some more Some more props. What a story. We're taking another break.
Awkward.
But when we get back, we'll be talking some play of the week and the PGA WGC Accenture Match Play. Stick with us. Welcome back to the round table. We're going to take a look at scores real quick. Brett Coppenbarger still in the lead with 4 points, a commanding lead. Mason Prince not close behind with 1. And then Matt McCullock with 0. And Kate Sandoval with 2.
Quick Hits, brought to you by Sprout.
Our play of the week comes from Providence's Bryce Cotton with the stop and go and the nice reverse layup finish against Villanova earlier this week, taking a tumble to the ground. Brett, could you do this?
Yeah, there's absolutely no question. I will make this shot.
He's wearing a
10
LeBron
times out of
jersey.
10. I'm wearing a LeBron James jersey. It's basically, it's like
anything
Mike
is
Mike
possible.
right now. And I am an intramural legend here at the University of Oklahoma. I will say that.
Yeah, right.
Also, the shot would have been cooler if they were able to hold on and beat Villanova after that. And Bryce Cotton is going to go along with Marcus Smart as the 2 best players in the nation to miss out on the NCAA tournament. But this dude can hoop. 21 points a game with 6 assists.
Well, I mean, you're wearing a LeBron James Cleveland jersey, so would you give it like 2 shots and then quit and move to Miami? I mean, that's all I'm saying. I mean, this guy, the double clutch is the most impressive part. It wasn't even the biggest play he made of the night. He made a 3-pointer with time running down in double overtime to tie the game, although they lost. But I mean, it was a huge play for Providence. Providence, a great city. If you haven't been, you need to go. Matt?
Yeah, are you kidding me? I stand about like 5'8" on a good day, and I can totally do this. Like, are you kidding? Like, is this even a question here? You guys have seen me ball out, right?
Yeah, I've
you
seen
see
you
me
ball
ball.
out.
You see me ball?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Ball is life, man.
Ball
Ball is life. I got hoop dreams. I can do this. Absolutely. Not a question at all. Not a question.
These guys are full of hot air. No, they couldn't do it. No, I couldn't do it. I thought it was amazing. I mean, cool.
You thought that was amazing, but a couple weeks ago you didn't think that?
I
Okay.
thought that
All right,
the
gotcha.
2 weeks ago, the play of the week, it was
Right,
a buzzer
the hand in
beater.
the face.
We've
Got
seen
you.
a buzzer
Got
beater.
you.
I mean, this was
Whatever.
cool. I couldn't do it.
Give it to
Whatever.
Mason Prince. Calling out Brett with the
Thank you.
with the call over LeBron James.
Get the name
The PGA's WGC Accenture Match Play is already in progress. They finished up the 3rd round today. Mason Prince, who will come out the victor?
Brett, what's the best name in golf?
Rory McIlroy.
Louis Oosthuizen. That is the best name in golf. He plays Jason Day in the semis tomorrow. Look for Louis, my boy. Louis. That's my boy.
Man,
Got it.
that was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Hey,
I didn't know.
You got some pipes.
Hidden talent.
I like it. There's obviously a lot of good guys in this field. Jordan Spieth is one of the guys that is young and up and coming. I don't think he's going to win it though. I don't think he's going to be able to close. I think last year's winner Dustin Johnson is going to be the victor out of this one. I think he's going to come through.
All right.
He's gonna win.
Originally, I was thinking Harris English because he has the country club name in
you
the
like his
country
name?
club game, but he lost today, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Jordan Spieth.
You think so?
I mean, granted, he's a Texas Longhorn, but this guy plays like a grizzled vet, and he's
Yeah.
not even 20, or he's only 20 years old, so he can't even buy any beer. But tonight, I will pour one out for you as long as you put it in the hole tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Jordan Spieth, but I was going to go with Kuchar until I think Spieth took him down today. Kuchar was the defending champ, but, you know, Spieth is one of the up-and-comers in golf, so
He's
you
been
kind of have to
scratching
cheer
that-
for him. It's like you cheered for Tiger when he was coming up, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth. I mean, he's one of the next greats.
Absolutely.
Let's throw the point to Mason Prince because his voice sounds like a mixture of Fergie and Jesus.
Oh,
Wow.
you stop it. Guess who's coming back? Don't call it a comeback.
Well, comeback for Mason Prince. Moving on, Russell Westbrook returned last night for the Oklahoma City Thunder against LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Good thing to get him back, McCulloch?
Absolutely. Is this even a question? Anytime you get a superstar like Russell Westbrook back in the lineup, it's a plus. Now, I know they played a little bit. You know, they didn't play really as a team last night a little bit. That will come. That will come later on, but it's absolutely a good thing to have Russell Westbrook back in the lineup for the Thunder. Come on.
Was it good to get Russ back in the lineup? Why don't we ask the big three if they thought it was good? I'm pretty sure they thought it was great.
rusty.
Miami's big three combined for 81 points last night. The Thunder are not gelling. All the chemistry that they had going before Russell was there is gone now.
Do you expect that the first game back, though? He's got to shake some rust. I mean, come on.
of course you expect that, but they lost by 22 points. That's not like it was, they were struggling.
Yeah.
Like there was a point where I think they were down by like over 30 points.
They
So
were.
the Thunder
They'll get
were
back.
struggling.
They'll start gelling. They'll get back to what they used to be.
It was good for Miami.
Let me say that Kate could not be more wrong on this one.
Thank
the
you.
Thunder are a 10 times better team
Thank you.
with
I thought
Russ
you turned
than
on
just
them.
KD. Obviously he was a little bit rusty. The pick and pop game with Serge Ibaka was a little bit off because his passes, the timing wasn't really down, but he's only participated in one full practice since being back.
Yeah.
He'll get it together. It's Russell Westbrook, top 10 NBA
Yes,
player.
Absolutely.
they're going to be fine. I mean, it's great for Kevin Durant. I mean, people talk about it all the time like, Russell Westbrook hurts Kevin Durant's chances for MVP. No, have you seen the dude play? He's dirty. That's all that matters. That's all you need to know. Russell Westbrook coming back is the best possible thing that could happen for the Thunder right now.
He is one bad dude.
He's a bad mo.
Let's give that to Mason because it really doesn't take away anything as far as LeBron James' chances. If I'm Mason, he's making a surge. Let's finish things up in the NBA with the trade deadline. It came and went yesterday afternoon. One of the biggest names, Danny Granger. Another big name, Evan Turner on the move. Philadelphia 76ers, Indiana Pacers. Heavy hitters as far as getting deals done. Biggest move on the day, Kate.
The Pacers, they were the big winner by picking up Evan Turner and shipping away Danny Granger to the Sixers. Indy picks up a guy who can handle the ball, bolsters their bench. Granted, the 17 points he was averaging in Philly are a little inflated because they didn't have a lot of offensive options, but it's still going to be better than the 8 points a game Granger was putting up. So I think the big winner, Larry Bird.
Yeah. I agree with you, Kate. The Pacers were winners. Evan Turner is better than the injury-prone Danny Granger. He had an expiring contract anyway. I would have loved to see the Thunder use one of their trade exceptions to bulk up the lineup for the playoffs. But the real winner, though, is still the Thunder because guess who came back last night? Russell Westbrook, top 10 NBA player. They rock.
Okay, well, the biggest move at all, brace yourselves, was not a move at all. The Boston Celtics made no moves at all. This team is sitting at 11th place in the East right now. They were hoping to be awful, have 2 lottery picks this year. They're looking at maybe not even having 1. If they needed a trade to get this team in the lottery, they might mess around and make the playoffs, be an 8 seed. They aren't that far behind. That's the biggest move that the Celtics didn't make a move.
That won't happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be pretty mainstream here and say Evan Turner, obviously, because the Pacers are going to make a run, and I think bringing in Evan Turner, 17.4 points per game, is going to help bolster their performance going into the playoffs. I mean, come on, he's a better scorer, shooting 50.4, averaging 50.4. And shooting, I guess, whatever. Yeah, they're hard. Words are hard today. But like you said, I mean, yeah, that's pretty. I thought that Melo was going to be shipped out somewhere.
I thought he would, yeah.
They don't have anything though.
You wanted to get rid of me?
Kind of trade for.
You wanted to get rid of me?
Yeah.
We're giving the point to Brett Coppenbarger. The Thunder are the winner in my book. Russell Westbrook comes back, and they didn't even have to give anything up. And if my calculations are correct, we have a tie again this week.
Whoa.
I think Brett won.
I believe I
You think
won.
Brett won?
I think Brett won.
That is right, I won.
Brett Coppenbarger is the winner.
Oh my gosh.
So this is my FaceTime time.
Yeah,
huh?
take your time, Brett.
Okay, this is a call.
Talk about the Thunder.
Well, no, wait, time out. This is a call to Lon Kruger.
Okay.
Cam Clark, dude, step your game up right now. And I'm saying Tyler Neal, yes, Tyler Neal needs to start. So Team Tyler Neal, hashtag that, put it on Twitter. Also, Thunder will be fine. And I want to shout out my boy, Drew Hall, who is the LeBron James of 747. One of your Delt bros right there.
Yeah, he is.
Thunder up,
Cam Clark-
Boomer Sooner.
Okay, Cam Clark is 11th in the Big 12 for scoring still. So, I mean, he hasn't been performing that well as of lately, but he's still an awesome player. So.
Yeah,
Guys,
he hasn't
And
been
he's a
awesome in the
senior.
last
He's the only
month.
starting
So
senior on the squad.
Guys,
Yeah,
pick
well,
me.
sorry.
Guys,
No.
pick a winner. Just pick a winner of the game on Sunday. Thunder Knicks or Thunder Clippers. Pick a winner, quick.
Thunder. Russell Westbrook is better than Chris Paul.
Clippers. Going against you.
Okay.
I don't like you.
Kate, you have to pick.
Bet.
Thunder Clippers.
Dude, where are they playing? Are they
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What is this? What is this?
I'm out.
What is this?
Oh, man.
I
Matt's the
didn't
only one who
win.
goes with the non-home team.
I'll see you guys
Thanks
later.
for joining us on the Roundtable this week. We'll be back next Friday, same time, same place.
Happy birthday, Griffin.
Underwriting for the Roundtable is brought to you by Sprouts Farmers Market, New York Pizza and Pasta, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, located in Adams Residence Hall,